Could Sidwell and Drew's scheme put kids in peril in General Hospital update news? Hello everyone. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up, thank you. General Hospital sees Jen Sidwell, Carlo Rhoda, and Drew Kane Quartermain, Cameron Matheson, are both furious right now with the Corinthos men. And they have very good reasons to plot together against Michael Corinthos, Rory Gibson, and his dad, Sonny Corinthos, Maurice Bernard. We're going to talk about how Drew and Sidwell may go after Michael and his children to punish Sonny and him both, though we've got Drew ready to take down Michael to get Willow Tate's, Caitlin McMullen, kids away from him. And at the same time, Sidwell's determined to make Sonny pay for abducting Marco and keeping him away from his mom Natalia Rogers Ramirez, Eva LaRue, memorial service and threatening him. So Sidwell and Drew want Michael and Sonny to pay. And of course they're willing to go to extremes. This week, Drew went to Carly Corinthos Spencer, Laura Wright, to offer one last chance to save her grandkids by reasoning with Michael to let Willow see her kids. Drew was appealing to Carly. And he made it clear what would happen if she wouldn't see reason. So he was playing nice. But it was kind of like an iron fist and a velvet glove thing. So Drew threatened and said things will get ugly if Michael doesn't come to the table. And of course Carly refused to get into it. Once she rejected Drew's appeal to play nice, he went and promised Willow he had a plan to get the kids back. And she was excited but still sad and told Drew she loves him because she's brainwashed. I don't know. But she also didn't want to hear, details and stuff because Willow doesn't want to get her hopes up. And honestly, even if Drew told her what he was planning to do, I think she might be okay with his dirty plan against Michael. Drew went to Portia Robinson, Brooke Kerr, and told her he wants her to alter lab tests and reports to make it look like Michael got addicted to opioids while recovering from his injuries from the bombing at Sonny's penthouse. And Drew said it needs to be good enough to hold up in court. When Portia realized Drew wants to take Michael's kids away, well, she said she wouldn't do it. But Drew said, do what I say or you're going to lose your family, and he threatened her career. The usual threats. And Portia flipped out, smashed her medical degree. She was screaming in frustration. So she may have no choice but to rig these blood tests against Michael. But if Portia's lucky, maybe she'll get out of it. We'll see, because things are going to start shifting, and Curtis Ashford, Donnell Turner, still has some plans at play. But also, Portia just may decide that she's tired of it and she'll let the chips fall where they may and face the consequences. But I think in the end she'll cave to the blackmail unless Curtis can find a way to save her. So, if they either ignore him or come up with another plan, Drew may need an alternate way to prove that Michael is unfit and get those kids back to Willow, which is his goal. And in addition to using Portia, I wonder if Drew might conspire with Sidwell for an Plan B because they have mutual interest. Sidwell and Drew are already allies against Sonny. They both want him off the docks, and they could use his downfall to take down Laura Spencer, Jeannie Francis. And they want to put sneaky Ezra Boyle, Daniel Cosgrove, in as mayor, which would leave them with all this power. Sonny with a lot less power, unable to run his mob activities off the piers, which means Michael may lose influence, too. As you saw this week, Sonny kidnapped Marco Rios, Adrian Anchando, and used him against Sidwell on the day of Natalia's memorial. And already Marco and Sidwell think that Sonny had something to do with her death. And of course, Marco's devastated because he missed his mom's funeral. Sidwell is furious about the kidnapping, especially since Marco saved Christina Corinthos Davis's, Kate Monsey, life from the Charlie's pub fire. Now, Sidwell told Sonny he heard Selena woo Lydia Look set the fire. But Sonny saw through the frame job. And it's not like Sidwell can say, "Look, your daughter wasn't supposed to be there when I burned it down, so don't target my son." I mean, Sidwell is 100% guilty of setting this up. He just didn't mean for Christina to get involved. So, Sonny's not going to let Marco go until Sidwell does what he wants. And I just don't think Marco's dad will do what he wants. Plus, Lucas Jones, Van Hansis, threatened that he would involve the cops and tattle on Sonny kidnapping his boyfriend. So, it's messy. I could see Sidwell and Drew getting together, and Sidwell tells him what Sonny did to Marco and that they need to shut Sonny down once and for all. And I'm sure Drew would be appalled at the kidnapping, and maybe he'll tell Sidwell what Michael has done to Willow since they're both playing the blame game. Of course, Sidwell, interestingly, had a hand in that custody situation. And it's not entirely clear why he did what he did. But Drew wouldn't be happy to know that Sidwell's stirring the pot between him and Sonny and Michael. Bottom line though, Sidwell wants payback because he thinks Sonny's being a slimeball by involving kids in their war when Sidwell never intended to involve any of Sonny's kids. Marco may not come out of this kidnapping unharmed because at first he was just being held in a room. But then he tried to escape and I think he got roughed up. We'll see if Drew tells Sidwell about his plan to make Michael look like a junkie and publicly destroy him. Sidwell might agree to get involved. They may want to make Michael look like a danger to the kids because of opioids and Sonny look like a danger to the kids because of his mob business. They could stage a safe kidnapping of Wiley Quartermain Corinthos, Viren Weaver, and Amelia Grace Corinthos, Sequoia and Serenity Mork-Mako. And since Sasha Gilmore, Sophia Matson, just ran off with another of Michael's kids to protect her, that would make Sonny and Michael both look like a threat to the kids, which could really help Willow and Drew in court, even if the Michael opioid thing didn't work out. Allegations that Michael turned into a junkie because of a mob hit on Sonny gone wrong would also make things look really bad, not just for Michael, but also be for Sonny because that would make him responsible for Michael's invented addiction. And of course, it's all ironic because Drew told Portia she inspired him by drugging him with a ketamine. And Drew might actually even go ahead and have Michael drugged. So he's busted by the cops, high on pills in his car. They could absolutely set that up. And it's awful. But not unprecedented. If you remember years ago, Morgan Corinthos, Brian Craig, tampered with Michael's allergy meds to make him look unstable when he had taken custody of baby Avery Jerome Corinthos, Ava and Grace Scarella, away from Sonny, and they were trying to, get Sonny's kid back. So the Corinthos family has done bad things to each other. This would not be the first messy custody drug thing to happen on General Hospital. So, yeah, Drew and Sidwell conspiring together could be really, really bad for Michael and for Sonny. In the end, though, if the plot is exposed, the person that would be most hurt by it in the end is Willow. So we'll see which side wins before it's done. Sonny the Teflon Don usually comes out on top in any given situation. However, it has been a while since he has faced an opponent as formidable as Sidwell. So that's item 1. And item 2 is Drew just seems to get away with everything. The writers seem to love him to win. So you never know how it will turn out. But if Drew and Sidwell decide to conspire and carry out awful plots against the Corinthos men, it's going to get super soapy super soon. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our General Hospital Update news channel and stay with us.